From the depths of internets, we come to you. Bad news, good news, dead horse beating news. Even no news will stop us. We'll make news. Even if it is in dumpster fire. We bring you integrity, except when it's EA, Ubisoft, Bethesda, Star Citizen, practically all of them. Movies, shows, and other industry bullshit. This totally is not a waste of time, but it sure is. Space Waste News! Here we go, we got the picture. Okay, well, oh right, and we don't have extra guests today. Whoops. I guess I forgot to poke Minnie. Oh well. Today's gonna be Pilot and Yamik show, I suppose. So greetings there, internets. It's time for another Space Race news, and boy do we got some actually decent topics this week, even though not particularly interesting in grand scale, at least something mildly fascinating in some form or another. Unlike...
That's why he says that, is because he picked the majority of the topics.
And that's also because Pilot was too fucking lazy to actually do anything. But anyways, I don't pay him to do this stuff, and it's always nice to have him around. So, all right, let's carry on. Right, so I pick a topic or you pick a topic. I lost the track or who goes for what.
All right, you know, I'm genuinely curious because I've been reading about it too. I just read about the sequel announcement, and that's going to be single player only. So let's talk about how Anthem is officially finally dead. So
yeah, a little while back, the company that was making it, fuck, who was it? BioWare, right? Oh god, was it BioWare?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was BioWare. Right, after, you know, countless rather obvious writings on the wall, I honestly didn't expect them to continue developing the fucking thing after, well, its original release and original first couple of patches to fix out major issues. They still somehow decided to keep on keeping on and just kept on, well, not beating the dead horse, but attempting CPR on the dead horse. But yeah, finally, after apparently much decision, or, well, non-decision, I don't care, no one cares, because Anthem is dead, and now it's officially dead, as the development for it has been cancelled. Any other, you know, additional development that has happened or been promised, like the rework and then Watchman has itself, right? It's just not happening. Yeah, I'm shocked as well. Imagine my fucking surprise after that massively boneheaded disgusting release of the nothing burger that was Anthem, which didn't know what the fuck it was in the first place. Developers just couldn't think of a reason to keep it on or keep it going. Imagine that. Planning apparently counts for something, and deciding what your fucking game is gonna be about is also important, apparently.
Nothing will ever beat the Flash Gets animation where like they got the guy in the armor, the Anthem armor. He's like, because the gamers, I want you to go over there and get that money. It's my money. And he's like, I don't think I'm ready. He's like, oh, you're ready. He goes, I don't feel ready. He goes, you look ready. And he's like, he like hits the launch button with his penis. Just launches him.
Fair enough. Need to go and watch that one. So.
Oh, you really do.
No, I've liked Flash Gets' take on a few things and so on and so forth. So yeah, but yeah, basically the one thing that I actually talked with one of my other friends that is kind of into Destiny, Warframe, and, you know, similar games, you know, looter shooters, if you will, and he's like, oh, it's too sad that Anthem is not continuing, and I'm looking at the guy. Did you really expect it to be anything? The fact of the matter is, if you look at the investigations from Jason Schreier afterwards, you know, after the launch of the game, the revealing, you know, post that he made, essentially, it literally showed the inner workings of just that no one had fucking clue what they were making. No one really knew, the director and anything. When obviously EA come a calling, right? They just, you know, sort of poked and prodded and realized, hey, these guys for 8 years or whatever long it was they developed it, haven't developed anything. And eventually, yeah, sure, they got something, you know, relatively intriguing, which was the flight mechanic and so on and so forth. Essentially being the biggest draws. But what the fuck do you pile onto the Iron Man style flying? A looter shooter like every other, you know, mildly interesting game has, you know, Destiny, Warframe, and so on and so forth. Yeah, Borderlands at the time as well, right? But yeah, what's gonna be the actual hook key? How is it gonna really differentiate itself from rest of the pack? The answer was, I don't know. So yeah. What the fucking surprise the game never took off or went anywhere. Because no one fucking knew what the fuck it was going to be. So yeah.
I was more concerned with the fact that it was broken, that the opening pistol you got was technically more powerful than any gun you got in the game.
Oh yeah, that apparently was also a thing. I mean, there was also the randomly generated weapons that were capable of doing 0% damage. So basically 0 damage. You know, that bodes well for coding there, right? Just clap, buddy. So yeah.
I'll tell you what. We'll talk about something I am looking forward to.
Go for it.
There's gonna be a new freaking Pokemon game that looks exactly like Breath of the Wild, and I'm excited. I don't even own a Switch. I skipped the last like 3 Pokemon games. I was like, okay,
that was the Sword and Shield. What was it?
The Hawaiian one too.
What?
I don't remember the name.
Okay.
The Hawaiian one, the one where they go to the Hawaiian Islands. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I skipped them because I'm an adult. I got work. I got things to do. I got a podcast with this angry Latvian guy I got to do every once in a while. It's not going to work out. But I got to tell you,
sound like it's a chore. Apparently. Oh well. Maybe it's time to exchange co-hosts then. Oh boy. I hear this American doesn't seem to be receptive of things. Oh well.
Anyway,
pulling the CEO move, eh?
No, I mean, look, the concept of a truly open world, Breath of the Wild style Pokemon game looks badass, and the fact that it's like set before any of the other games, the trailer shows the Pokeballs are like made of wood. I don't know how that works, but I don't care. It looks awesome, and I'm excited.
I never understood how technology worked in fucking Pokemon world. It was just a fucking mystery to me. Basically a fucking magic. So yeah, hey.
Well, I'm okay with magic too, but I mean, yeah, it does make sense. But it doesn't have to make sense. It's freaking Pokemon. It's
you kidnap literally infant beasts and force them to kill each other. I mean for illegal dogfighting and cockfighting, you know, at the very least, you know, people train them kinda, and it's also illegal and cruel and bad and so on and so forth. But hey, you put a child spin on it and woohoo, fun times.
This isn't that, and you know it.
Is it really?
No, this is
Pikachu attack, Bulbasaur attack. Oh, okay.
I'm looking forward to it. I might legitimately buy a Switch for it.
No, of course, it's certainly still well worth a console and piece of hardware. Plenty of decent
even
games
if it is a tablet.
I mean, it has Skyrim on it, so woo.
Okay, I'm so done with Skyrim.
Oh, come on!
It's a tablet with. No, I'm done. I can't. It's been what? How long is How old is Skyrim?
Oh God, let's see. Skyrim.
It's over a decade, isn't it?
Hold on, I'm thinking. When the fuck was Skyrim? Okay, I need to Google this because God damn it, I don't remember when Skyrim was released. It was either.
It is 10 years old. Okay, there we go. That's the thing. Is that
2010?
Yeah. Christ. It's a 10-year-old game. I can't anymore. I've modded it to hell and back,
11.
And I'm done.
Okay, gotcha.
And that's fine. You know. I just want the next thing now. And look, there's plenty of reasons to pick up a Switch, even though it's a tablet with controllers. I'm still okay with that. Go get Mario Kart.
It's
Go
a
get
wonderfully
this. Go get that.
portable gaming device, certainly. Better than your phone
Yeah,
or
but you
a
could
dedicated, whatever tablet.
you
Yeah?
could make your own portable gaming system and have your main rig stream it to you wherever the hell you are. I mean, you can do that.
Yes, there is the Nvidia Shield and a few other ones as well, but yeah, the input delay is great. But yeah, I mean, no, fair enough. I mean, go for it, of course. Yeah, but
Then again, I legitimately enjoy Stadia, so take my opinion with a grain of salt.
I will shake salt shaker off camera. Okay. Well, I suppose that topic out of the way, we can turn to our main topic of today, and that is Elite Dangerous weapon, or rather, first-person weapon. Q&A thing was released, and from the Outlook, it doesn't look good. Oh, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to give you
pretending it doesn't exist.
Oh, well, that bad, huh? Okay, well, just to give some recap for folks, essentially, in the Q&A, developers didn't really say much except for a couple of interesting key points, and one of them basically, hold on, I made a fucking meme. Imagine me, somebody who actually dislikes memes a lot, decided that it was high time for me to drop my hat into meme field as well. So.
Meme.
I don't
Meme.
care. Memetic. There you go.
Okay. All right, fine.
All right, so it can be summarized as in essentially this picture. This picture right there. This is Frontier Development's logic. So yeah, basically, developers claim, or at least from the outset of their answer, Q&A, nonsense, whatever, basically information that they posted was that, essentially, you won't be able to re-outfit or, well, rather, remove and add attachments endlessly to your weapons. Essentially, once a scope is attached to your gun, it ain't coming off. You better make a new gun.
Yeah, I saw that. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
You're telling me, okay? Here's the weird thing, right? Let's say Frontier just decided, hey, let's be fucking lazy. Let's copy existing engineering. Even then, you would be able to remove attachments by destroying them, like you can right now on normal weapons. But, well, what they suggest is essentially that, hey, once you attach something to a weapon, you can't take it off. Even by destroying it, you can't take it off. Get fucked. And it's just, it indicates such a level of either disconnect. Well, yeah, it's obviously a disconnect because they don't know how the fucking guns work, it seems. And on top of it, it's obviously a more blatant case of, hey, we want to put in even more grind in a game. Go fuck yourself.
I have to imagine that it was an intentional choice for a reason.
It wasn't intentional, dude! Engineering is an intentional choice to make game even more grindy. Also, less fair.
Yeah.
At this point, this is not stupidity. This is fucking malice. There's just no other fucking way. After investigating essentially engineering as well as power play and of course Elite Dangerous as a game over fucking years, it's easy to see that their design principle is to, well, essentially pad out as much player retention or, well, play time from every single player through, well, whatever easiest means there are. And the easiest mean always is grinding. I mean, it doesn't take genius to put, instead of 10 materials, you need 100 materials to get an, unlock or something like that. It's simple value change. And anyone can do that.
I mean, look, we're all gonna roll into the alpha in like what, a month anyway. I'm reasonably sure this will piss people off enough that they'll probably change it. The fact that I can't remove a detachable scope from a rifle is ridiculous. I think they know that too. I don't think this will survive. I don't. I
And
mean, come on.
I mean, you look at every other game, not counting FPS games, right? I mean, there's this thing called Escape from Tarkov and also Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2, in which actually customizing your guns was one of the biggest draws of the gameplay. However, let's say they don't learn from the fucking industry at all, which Frontier actually consistently doesn't, and at the same time does, but only in the bad ways. But anyways, let's learn from the genre peers. Star Citizen. In Star Citizen, you see, you can actually detach things, even though the menus are garbage. You can
Eventually,
outfit your weapon, removing or adding shit to it, changing the way weapon works, kind of. Then we look at, let's say, No Man's Sky. In No Man's Sky, you don't have attachments, you have mods. Okay, now when you add a mod to a weapon or suit or whatever else in No Man's Sky, it stays there. You can, sort of change its position in the, the sub-menu that it has. But, you can't remove it and add it to another weapon. Instead, you need to destroy it. And by destroying it, you get back part of the materials that you spent of, attaching the damn thing to it. So, what Elite Dangerous obviously has when it comes to its own ships is, well, adding a mod that, changes the way the gun works through genius engineers' help. Right? And you can remove it if you need so. Though you don't get any materials back, which is shitty, but that is done in order for you to continuously grind more and more. Anyways.
I really wish you did, though.
However, what comes with the fucking guns is just baffling choice to decide, yeah, let's use, let's say in the future, most likely an industry standard or standardized attachments to the guns like scopes, right? Things that are manufactured consistently and not by, genius engineers, tweaking the little values. Let's make that an unremovable addition. Just, yeah. So it's, by the logic of the game and the world, an attachment for a weapon, unless it's a mod or some sort of, unique attachment or what else. It's a industry standard, widely available item. Now, I don't know, it makes sense? Doesn't it make sense? Or am I just being completely insane here?
Well, I think we've belabored the point a little bit. I mean, I think we all agree that it's kind of ridiculous that a scope being added to a rifle is permanent, and it shouldn't happen. And I think we could all agree that really, when you destroy a weapon with attachments or even with the regular ships and the engineering and the modules, it probably should get something back, so it's not a total waste. Otherwise, what's the incentive for, destroying it at all? But you already know I'm a huge proponent of salvage, but that's not the point.
Yep.
I think we've beaten the dead horse quite effectively.
Oh,
this is bullshit.
Okay.
Oh, all right. You know what? I'll give you another 30 seconds.
Fair enough. No, it's just it's baffling. It's baffling, and the funny thing is, Odyssey just starts to shape, and this speaks of Odyssey as an expansion more and more every day, every time they release some sort of information. Not a single time when they have released an information, it has been completely positive and, hopeful. It's always been followed by, with some sort of a if, or maybe it's not that bad sort of a statement. First, it started with the fact that we are not gonna get, the ship interiors to walk in at all. And I'm not taking the fucking what is it, a statement of, oh, but it's just not on the launch, maybe late. No, fuck that. Okay, I'm not fucking believing that they are gonna add any more. However, if they do, that's good. Anyways, that was the first sign of, oh no. The second one was that, hey?
In your chat, it says, I'm looking forward to taking multiple tons of material to mod a 2-kilogram item.
Actually, depending on what that item is, it might actually be less than that. But okay, fair enough. You know,
no,
space.
That's the joke.
Carbon
though,
fiber nonsense.
Why? Yeah, why would it take? It doesn't make any sense, and I doubt they'll fix that.
No, the thing is,
but anyway, the second thing.
Right. So the people tend to misunderstand what materials are. Oftentimes, people see, you know, like monkeys. Oh, it's called iron. it's iron, right? No. Fucking engineering items or materials, they are fucking tokens for a carnival ride called engineering.
Ticket, yeah.
Pure and simple. That's all it is. It's just a fucking ticket. So yeah, but anyways, okay, moving on then, right? So putting the fucking logic aside, right? The second thing that, you know, kind of raises questions was for me that they aren't releasing, you know, Odyssey for console launch, you know, the PS5 and Xbox, right? That was, okay, fine. COVID strikes and so on and so forth, so I can take a delay. However, what Frontier chose to do was rely on the console makers making that update playable, not themselves. That is, you know, not introducing next-gen optimizations for the consoles, you know, that it would be released for. It just speaks of just the laziest effort possible for it. Because a normal developer would make sure that, first of all, you know, for marketing at least, you would release it at the same time when, you know, a big event is happening. Like Raza does. Like the fucking... Anyways, carrying on. But the thing is, the console optimization is an important thing for the next-gen consoles, because the console version of Elite Dangerous ain't doing that dandy in the first place, just saying. As indicated
I'm
on
really
Twitter's,
shocked. I'm really shocked you went this way with it, and we're not talking about the grenades.
I'll give you that topic then. But yeah, the next fucking thing. Oh right, yeah, right. Anyways, right. Moving on then. There's another thing that, you know, indicates Odyssey being a questionable thing, and that is most likely, obviously it's not confirmed, so it's technically conjecture, but let's be frank, if it was part of Elite Dangerous Odyssey, it would have been shown in any of the trailers. And that's EVA, extravehicular activity, by which I mean normal, you know, mid-space exit of the ship with your space legs and just floating around. That's most likely not gonna happen.
I would love that.
Yeah, and that is, and that fucking thing actually works in Star Citizen. It's annoying, but it's still okay, you know. It's kind of nice, though. There's not much to do with that, except for just, you know.
Oh no! I disagree. Grabbing cargo and like looting ships that have been blown up is super freaking fun in Star Citizen. I mean, granted, landing is tricky. Going back from 0 gravity to normal gravity is
face plant right
hilarious.
away. Just face plant. Let's be frank. What more do you need? Just face plant. But no, fair enough.
It's not ideal. Yeah, but it is fun. I enjoy the hell out of it. I mean, I remember I got that mission. Yeah, I remember I got a mission to go retrieve a box. So I go to the point, I get there, and there's about 40 boxes just floating there. And I go, wait, am I supposed to grab all this? Oh, no, I'm just supposed to grab that one red one right over there. Well,
yeah.
What about the rest of these? And I realized I could pick them up, load them into my ship, and that's cargo to sell elsewhere that's unrelated to the mission, or smuggle it, or do whatever the hell I want with it, or leave it alone. And I thought that was
basically
great.
randomly generated crap on the planet's surfaces that is definitely so valuable to pick up. But I mean, okay, fair enough. Put it in.
Some of it is.
It's a set dressing more than anything else. Yeah. But yeah, fair enough. But yeah, the fact that Elite ain't gonna have that is just why. Even X4 managed to do extravehicular. I mean, sure, you're always floating in a fucking chair, but I mean, that's what you would expect from fucking Frontier in the first place, right?
You're still in a chair.
Exactly! right?
You can't use your legs.
Space chair, not space legs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't expect that to hit me so hard.
That's yep.
Yeah. No,
But,
look, I mean, my biggest problem is they turned around. They said the grenades are
yeah.
going to do extra damage to ships, which I'm like, wait a minute, what? How? How does that work? I can launch a missile at a ship from another ship, and it kind of goes pew and pings off and whatever, and I do some amount of damage. But someone's going to huck a hand-sized grenade at my ship, and that'll do more.
They called
Shouldn't
it
I?
substantial damage, or I think they called it substantial, or some other vague word that wasn't descriptive by any means. So maybe maybe they meant
weird.
just that the explosive damage type that explosives would have by normal is most susceptible to a hull, which it usually is the lowest resistance on any ship, basically ship's hull, that is. Well, on the shields it
Unless you get
is the
mirrored.
highest. Yeah, so I kind of highly doubt it's meant as more than just unlike a kinetic weapons pew pew, an explosive type item damage type whatever obviously deals slightly more. So that's all I can just expect, really. And then the same with the rocket launchers, though. However, the fact of the matter is, right, we have SRVs, a rather large vehicle if you actually look at the size of a person, and the guns on top of it compared to, again, the person,
So
and
small.
thus a potential weapon that a person could carry. So, if an SRV takes fucking forever to kill even a goddamn stock Sidewinder, what the fuck do you think a goddamn squirt gun's gonna do? Yeah,
I mean, I
combined
take that as
arms gameplay,
confirmation.
baby. I can't wait.
I take it as confirmation we're getting new SRVs. Because if I do more
They actually
damage to a
confirmed that there
ship on
wouldn't be.
foot,
No, they confirmed
No,
that
but
there
see-
wouldn't be.
that doesn't make sense. If I'm on foot, I do more damage to a ship than if I'm in the
Hold on,
SRV.
I'm gonna find the goddamn quote because they did say it's a fill time. Give me a moment.
Well, I mean, we're technically getting a new SRV anyway. I mean, you can't use the current SRV model with the
Space
with
legs.
the on footfall people space legs anyway. So it may be technically the same, but it's going to be different. But I mean, more variety would be nice. And I mean, it doesn't make any sense that an SRV does less damage than a guy. It's weird. I don't know. I'm trying to be optimistic about this. I really am. Well, look, I mean, what are my alternatives here? No, but
Choke on something and die, probably. I don't know.
I mean, that's always an
Autoerotic
option.
asphyxiation is a way to go in some ways. It's one of the ways, but hey, just saying.
That's how Kane died, I guess. What was that? What was the actor's name? I liked him.
Oh god, that was. Red Letter Media actually did had one of their videos, the bad VCR and then bad movies sort of.
It's Kung Fu: The Legend Continues. I
yeah.
freaking loved that show when I was growing up.
Let's see. Come on, where is it?
You're looking up important information. I'm looking up the actor.
Let's see. Can we engineer our SRVs? All right. So the answer to that is there will be extensive engineering options for suits and weapons in Odyssey. However, there are no plans to engineer SRVs. It just indicates how much interested in SRVs they are. But that's not the thing that people cared for, right?
Oh, it's David Carradine. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Let's see.
Oh
yeah, there's the good old quote of ship combat and SRV combat is in a healthy place right now. That's well, that's a good question. or a sentence.
You know what? I'm just gonna focus on the things that I am looking forward to, which
You ran out of sentence there, buddy. You all right?
I'm looking forward to. Oh, I'm not even doing this as a bit.
Oh God, this is precious. All right. It's precious. That's all I got to say. I'm just.
Well, I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there will be more things to explore and see, and it'll be prettier. Landfall is going to be prettier.
Yeah. You're right. Yep. It will be prettier because they did actually put in more work on Plan 3 detailing and textures and generation. Blah 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 blah. So that's one thing to look forward to? Question mark.
We'll get to walk around. Wait, do we get to walk around or in settlements? I mean, I know we get to walk around
in
around
settlements
them,
as well.
Do we get to go in?
Obviously, the one of the mission tasks is going to be to clear a settlement from, peoples.
Okay, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take that could be fun interacting with abandoned outpost. And didn't they say something like you could bring it back online or something like that if you patch it up and leave and come back and it'll have people
down in it? as disabling the generator for turrets and blah blah blah, so that ships can come in and stuff like that essentially. So
it's kind of interesting.
I mean, right now we have that already. We have the generator, right? And instead of just shooting it, or maybe there will be ability to destroy it by shooting it. But there's one thing that often people don't mention is hacking into or whatever it is supposed to be, the settlement thingamajig, and oh god,
that could be fun.
Oh yeah, we completely forgot about this thing called xenobiology. Probably the biggest meat of all this gameplay, through which the fucking materials come in the first place.
I really don't get it. I have no desire to go find a space cactus. Or
guess what? You're gonna have to do it for fucking hundreds of times in order to get a fucking sniper scope. Yeah.
Why? That doesn't even make any sense.
Oh yeah, right. We didn't mention it in that Q&A. Developers also mentioned that attachments gonna come from engineering, meaning that essentially you're gonna be grinding, materials, which is just grinding for the attachments. Yay. And constantly available easy things to purchase for potentially credits, let's be frank, even in a fucking RPG. You're gonna have to grind fucking you're gonna have to grind materials in order to acquire. So let's take a moment and enjoy that. Okay, I can't find the damn thing. But yeah, I think developers did mention that there wouldn't be any fucking SRVs or something somewhere. Well, who cares anyways? It's still goddamn garbage.
You know what? I'm gonna pretend like nothing matters. That we're hopefully gonna get something new. We're definitely getting new ships. I mean,
obviously. That goes without saying. Honestly, that's literally the easiest thing to sort of put in the game, because just copy paste stats and make another crate, right?
Don't ruin it for me. I'm looking forward to flying something new, and I'm looking forward to talking about it. I'm looking forward to making a new video for it. I am genuinely happy we're going to get... That's what I'm looking forward to. That's it right there. We're getting new ships. I'm happy, even though we don't have EVA, even though we don't have salvage, even though we don't have all this other stuff. I am looking forward to new ships.
So what you're saying, you need more Alliance trio types of just copy-pasted ships. Okay, gotcha.
What? We give a lot of flack. We give a lot of flack to Alliance. We really do, but they kind of don't deserve it.
I personally don't care. It's a good joke to often have, but let's be frank, it's all developers who
Fair
make
enough.
it, and just no. Just
You're
no.
just a joy sponge. You just suck it all up, don't you? God.
I'm just being realistic. Let's be frank. I've seen this MO left and right. I mean, fairness,
Look,
fairness where fairness is due. They make the Alliance Three Little Piggies actually pretty, right? Slightly better actually look than the Federal Three Little Piggies, but
agreed. No, but no, look, seriously. All games require your favorite word, your immersion. They
No, they
require
don't. But okay.
Yes, they do. You have to buy into the universe, otherwise you're not going to enjoy it. Every game does that. You buy into the premise of the universe and you play. Okay? This helps me a little bit, buying in and establishing a universe I can exist in. Okay, it does. By the way, I'd love to see more Ramta ships, like full-size ones. I think that would be freaking amazing. Guardian hybrid ships or Thargoid hybrid ships. I hope that's coming.
You can argue that essentially Crate Phantom was that, but developers didn't
It
seem
wasn't,
to
though.
care to fluff it out
Yeah.
with any lore stuff, and at this point it remains like a fucking mystery, honestly. But
I mean, look, yeah, the Phantom could have done it, but they decided not to, and there's no point in us arguing otherwise. I would like a full hybrid ships. That would be relatively easy to add. I mentioned this the other day in a stream. There are small little changes that could be made right now that would require no extra coding, nothing new or interesting to, spend months on coding and putting into the game that would make the game so much better right now. If I were to fling if I'm out in the middle of the black, what about a random signal source that I drop in on and it's a derelict ship and it has a unique paint job and I scan the data beacon and I get that paint job? And that's the only way to get it. Huh? Right?
that does
That'd be
actually
cool.
require coding, my friend. But never mind that. I mean, there have been these quality of life little things that you mentioned that somebody else has mentioned before, and actually made 4 fucking videos about. I wonder who that fucking might be. But anyways, carrying on then, right? You'd be surprised how relatively code-less it would be to actually rebalance the fucking engineering. God damn it! But anyways, I'm just yelling at the wall right now. So or rather, yelling in the void. So yeah.
Oh, we're all yelling in the void. Let's move on because I'm getting kind of depressed.
Fantastic. All right.
Please tell me you're still watching WandaVision.
I watched the last. No, wait, no. Right. Technically, it should be another episode out like yesterday, right, or day before.
Well,
so I didn't see the last
episode
one,
8.
but I saw the previous one, so last week's episode, and
dude, you need to watch episode 8. It's so good.
Okay, actually, yeah, last week's episode was pretty decent-ish, but not a fan of Marvel
this
anymore.
fills in. This fills in a lot of the backstory. It establishes different characters. It actually makes a huge
basically
change
a remake
to the entire
of
universe.
episode 4.
No.
Okay.
This actually changes. There's actually a major change for the universe in here, and I obviously don't want to ruin it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but it's entirely, here, I could say this without ruining anything. It's entirely possible that the Scarlet Witch is the Infinite Rick. Do you know what I mean by that? You know what, man? Come on.
So essentially what you're saying is that essentially the Avengers video game that was a massive piece of shit is also canon, and we should go overhype that. All right, let me start writing a great hypercritical video just saying nothing bad about it. Yeah, let's do it.
No. Hold on a minute. I know you brought it up sarcastically, and by the way, that game is terrible. But they did release an update, and if you haven't seen it, one of the point everyone is just leaning on is that the new Iron Man armor is retarded. Like just straight up, it looks like it's a what is it? The what am I doing with my life armor? Hold on, I'm gonna send you that link. Put it up on the stream.
Oh god. Oh, okay, please.
It's
Please do.
horrifying. It
Sounds neat.
looks like it kind of looks like the old school Cybermen.
Oh
from,
no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yes.
Oh no! Oh no! This is a Cyberman lawsuit waiting to happen. Oh no! Oh no, ladies and gents. Ah! Ah!
So
Oh no!
no, not everything that's named Marvel or Avengers is good.
Oh god! I just can't see this. What the fuck is this? Why? Oh god! It's funnier the longer I look at it. Oh god! Why? I mean, I get it. The goddamn 90s and 80s fucking comics weren't that great looking, but Jesus fucking Christ, this is going the other way. Oh,
So no,
fuck
not
me.
everything with Marvel or Avengers is good. This is not good.
Oh no. Oh no! So you're saying, what was it? Captain Marvel was also good, huh? Okay.
Oh God, no. God, no. God, that was a terrible movie.
Oh no!
Derp Iron Man, yeah.
Oh no! Oh, get it off my screen! God damn it! Oh fuck me! Oh, thank you. That I needed that amazing laugh. Oh,
You're
Jesus.
welcome.
Oh, that's great. Marvel, you just, yep. I mean, at least you're not DC, but Jesus Christ, I mean, this is also good, bad.
To be fair, I blame Crystal Dynamics for this. They're the ones that make the game. I have to believe this was somebody's personal call because they love Doctor Who. It's just why, man.
As with everything that has to do with Marvel and Star Wars and Nintendo and sometimes Konami, fanboyism. There you go. There's no better answer to that. Just fanboyism.
Well, I will tell you this: is that not everything, obviously, not everything Marvel touches is good, but WandaVision is, and it's almost over. There's only one episode left. There's only one episode left. Just watch it so we can at least have a conversation about it.
This is the last one, or next week is last one?
Next week is the last one.
Next week. Okay, gotcha. All right. Maybe I'll just postpone it then, and not waste my time this week, because I still need to watch the fucking Expanse. God damn it! Oh, it's a chore.
You still haven't watched Expanse?
Expanse.
It's a chore. It's a delight. Wait, where the fuck am I? Season 4, episode something like 3 or probably something like that. Yeah, I'm progressing, but it's a chore at this point. None of the characters are likable. None of the actions are likable. Characters are likable?
Oh, maybe Alex, but well, let's be honest, we know how that ends. So yeah.
Wait, I'm curious. What do you mean we know how that ends? How does that end?
The actor is not part of the season 6. You know, the pilot guy.
Oh well, that yeah.
I'm
sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, it's just.
I enjoy the hell out of Expanse.
I enjoy the aspects of it, but as a whole, it just speaks of laziness. Have you ever noticed that
Laziness?
yes, throughout every season, there's constantly a scene in every episode, more or less, maybe sometimes even multiple times, well, rather most likely multiple times, when there are just two characters just being put in a place, just talking. Just talking and just
What?
always two people. They're just establishing their, I don't know, motivations and whatnot else. And it's just...
Two people talking is
No,
lazy?
no. The thing is, it just speaks of essentially the scene construction, right? In order to convey some sort of either inner or outer sort of motivation for a character, or between character interaction, if you will, they just get stuck in a fucking room to just talk, and that constantly happens. It just constantly goes on. Hey, there are two new characters. Oh, okay, we need a new character moment. Yep, let's just shove them up in a room with just two of them and just let them talk. Constantly. The same thing repeats it over and over and over. The thing is, there are easier...
Oh, no,
not easier. That is
no,
literally
no,
the easiest.
Stop. Listen. I'm You need to give me a show right now that you think is so many points better than Expanse or WandaVision or whatever I've been trying to, talk about for months now. Tell me a show. Give me a show that's better. And not something from fucking 15 years ago.
Attack on Titan.
Wow. You
Man.
weeb.
I mean,
Okay.
Fuck you. Okay,
Oh, no,
in that case, Avatar. If you need a better scene construction for establishing a character's motivation or opinions or actions, Tarantino movie Hateful Eight, I mean,
I didn't actually see Hateful Eight.
Oh, you fucking prick! Go watch it now. Just know.
I've watched like every other Tarantino
You Philistine, go just know now. No, but the thing is, I get it that essentially Expanse is a TV show and so on and so forth. There are limitations to what they can do and how they can do things. The issue I have is often with the character writing, how the characters interact. Essentially, you look at the old Star Trek, you look at Next Gen, you look at...
there was never any two characters talking to each other in a room in those shows.
There's plenty of them. However, the scene construction, when it's basically exposing the character dialogue or just exposition and whatnot else, just putting shit in. The scene construction was often a bit more varied. It wasn't just always two people. Literally, one of the last episodes that I watched was 4 people in a lift. And I was just waiting for a moment that they would take for 2 of the characters to start whispering and just exposing dialogue to each other. Just for no other reason, just to do it. And it happened during a fucking lift.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry. I think you might be full of it here. All of those shows suffer from the same exact thing that you just had a problem with. Of more than a couple episodes of people stuck together in a room just having a conversation.
My point here is that Expanse lacks the variety in character dialogue scenes. There are scenes where there are more than 2 people talking, and those are actually sometimes really nice. And the dynamic between each character and their dialogue is always kind of nice. But when there are 2 people, it's just standing
you realize
around.
The show is realistic, right?
Oh, I'm not talking about fucking realism in the physics and whatnot else. I'm just talking about the way scenes are constructed, rather. I'm not a, cinematographer or anything like that. However, I notice a pattern of shit and I call it on. There are better ways to
I need you to give me an actual example.
I
need an actual example because
okay, let's give the fuck it. Let's go with one of fuck it. Star Trek Next Generation, the first or second season, doesn't matter. There are plenty of scenes,
am I not
two
being
characters
clear?
talking. Hey?
Am I not being clear what I'm asking for? You're explaining what you're having a problem with, but it's not effective. And what I'm asking for is an example in Expanse of the thing that you're talking about. Give me an episode and a scene so I can understand what you're trying to say.
Okay, let's return to that lift shaft elevator scene, right?
From where?
See.
What season, episode, characters even?
Let's see. That should be. Where was it? Season 3, near the end, I think. When Holden was taken. Let's see, taken in by Martians. Essentially, he's being transported to a prison cell. Damn it, which episode was it? It might have been episode 10. Jesus Christ. I didn't make note of it, but yeah, basically, okay, probably somebody knows what I'm talking about, but yeah, basically, it's the moment where Holden is taken in, basically just giving himself up for, I think it was Martians. Yeah, he's being retrieved by the the Martian, what is it, the foursome where within the sphere thingamajig, and being retrieved from that.
Okay.
And he's brought into the Martian vessel, or rather to the Behemoth, I think it was, right? And essentially he's being transported to. Oh wait, no, it was on the Martian. It was on the Martian. It was on the Martian ship because the fucking sphere things. Fuck it, no, I don't care which it was. That doesn't matter.
So
Point
Bobby's
is,
team
he's being transported to the
cell.
fucking jail cell, right? So, and there are four, characters. The Holden, Draper, who the Martian chick, right? And two other soldiers.
Bobby,
yeah, essentially.
Okay.
And they are having a conversation, just whispering to each other, while the other two are just, out of the scene, essentially. It's the most awkward two-person conversation I've ever seen in a scene construction. And that obviously is more of an outlier in sort of a awkwardness, but the point persists that essentially that sort of a scene constantly happens between putting a person in next plot point position, if you will. They are having a sort of a time off or sideline, a character moment between two characters just talking and talking until, they are done talking, and then they are finally at the destination, and then the plot or action can continue. Oftentimes, actually, in action as well. Hey, this action scene is happening, and then suddenly two people are just, we need a filler time. Let's have a character talking moment. All right. More interesting one, actually. The more interesting one was between the detective guy and that kid.
Miller.
Yeah, Miller and the fucking Belter, who he was basically the asshole guy. As they were planting bombs on the what's it? Eros?
Okay.
I think it was Eros, right? That scene actually was surprisingly better because they were actually doing something. Right? At least some sort of action. As well
you
as,
understand this is how people talk, right? I mean, people talk to each other while they're doing things.
I don't mind that. What I'm talking about is the scene construction, not the realism of, hey, people talk. I know people talk. We as people talk right now. It's just necessarily putting that in. Sort of shoving it in the middle of everything.
I am so lost and confused.
Okay,
and we're gonna move on because
this
has gone weird.
This needs to be scripted because off key I'm pretty horrible at explaining.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway. You know what? At this point, I'm gonna throw you a bone, and kind of a slap in the face. That Vampire Bloodlines Masquerade 2 has been delayed, but there's a freaking shocker. That game is never coming out. You know that, right?
Okay, give me your explanation. Why?
Hasn't that game been in development for like 20 years?
Well, no, not exactly. The last Vampire Masquerade was actually one of the first games, if not the first, to use Source Engine outside of Valve's games, and that was 2004. So not exactly 20 years, but you're basically close enough.
Yeah, I mean, come on. It's not coming out, man, you know? I wouldn't mind if it did. I know it's a classic. I personally never enjoyed it, but
I actually tried to launch it today, and you need a patch for a patch for a patch, and it still doesn't run on my Windows 10. So I resorted to just playing something else in the meantime. So fuck me. All right, and yeah, Duke Nukem. Yeah, I know.
yeah.
That thing broke my heart. Anyways, right. So essentially, what happened with Vampire Masquerade? This is a it was slated for this year's release, right? Unofficially, officially, whatever, right? You know, technically, officially, eventually, right? But regardless, now Paradox has finally come out in the recent days to basically notify the fans and basically everyone in the media that essentially the developer. Give me a moment. What was the developer's name? Oh, it was something fucking indie. Where's the statement? Ah, there we go. We got the statement, right? So, Hardsuit, right? Hardsuit Labs. They're being, well, removed from the project, let's just say, and a new developer is being brought in to finish the thing, or, well, develop it, or continue
that
developing.
bodes well.
Yeah. Anyways, the statement, right? The statement from Paradox is essentially: we have also decided that Hardsuit Labs will no longer be leading the development on Bloodlines 2, and we have started a collaboration with a new studio partner to finish work on the game. This has been a difficult decision, but we are convinced that it is the right way forward. To do the game justice. So yeah, basically there's no more comments, no more reasons given as to why Hardsuit Labs are being let go or removed from the project rather. So we can only speculate. So I'll just leave it at that. However, the important thing here is essentially the Vampire Masquerade, right? Whenever you change developers, right? The developer that comes in, be that an addition to the team or a completely new one, like, you know, a studio, like right now. It takes time, first of all, to understand what the fuck and the structure of a game that has been already done, or, you know, how much work has been done. And oftentimes it's also a coder mentality to rewrite the code completely because, you know better than the last guy. That's a constant joke in basically industry. But regardless, it's gonna take time for them to actually, you know, get in gear and, you know, redo the code or continue doing it. We still don't know how far in the development Bloodlines was. However, the release for this year,
game's never coming out.
That's one thought. However, you know, hey, you never know. Maybe with the new team and what else, something will actually finally spurt out. Much like the poor Duke Nukem. Oh boy. Well, again, I'm more of an outsider for the whole immersion sims. So for more information, I'd recommend checking out Charlatan Wonder. You know, a fellow PlanetSide or ex-PlanetSide content maker and
guy.
But basically, yeah. Bloodlines 2. Now, my best guess is if there's not much work left, then it might come out next year, maybe end of the next year. However, bare minimum 2 years in development from now on, basically, and that's being very optimistic, which kind of sucks, frankly speaking, because, hey, it would have been nice to have a new immersion sim. Oh well, all we're gonna have is a fucking Cyberpunk. Oh god, fucking kill me. Hey.
Anyway,
yeah, on that bright note.
Let's see. We're coming up on the hour mark. We could keep going, but I could go either way.
There ain't that many news left, so let's just pick one.
No.
What do we got?
I'll do the last one of mine is I posted an article on Twitter the other day about how a story about how a CEO of a bank in EVE Online basically fucked off with all the ISK inside of it.
A
And
player-made
it was
bank.
perfectly, yes, a player made bank. And he took all the money and ran. And it was totally okay. CCP was very okay with it. He did not break any rules of the game. Everything was fine. Up until the point where he converted it into real world money and then they had to ban his account. But I gotta tell you, that's pretty
So,
goddamn epic.
what's the amount that he made off with?
I think it was like 60 billion ISK or something like that. Or in real
That
world
translates
currency.
in...
In real world currency, it was something like $6,000 or something like that. It
was
was
that much.
No, it's not much at all. And then it's actually relatively low comparatively. If I was gonna
Considering that there were
planning
been
a bank
battles
heist,
in what was it, Eve, for tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars in the past. Like recently, there was one big battle for I think $300,000. Was wasted on it, and
Oh, here it is. It was 6,300 Australian dollars. So, yeah,
63. Okay,
I mean, look.
Okay, well, all right. Now that's more interesting. That's more interesting.
Yeah.
Even if it is in Aussie bucks.
I was just
Even
I was just thinking, I'm like, I would very much like that kind of functionality, that kind of economy, that kind of freedom to exist somewhat, even a little bit in Elite. If we could get Elite's flight system with the machine, the economy that is running Eve.
You're expecting a dynamic and rather fully dynamic market that, frankly speaking, took Egosoft a fair few years to actually develop to be in Elite Dangerous. Get fucked. Yeah, Frontier ain't got time for this. They need to make more microtransactions and fucking suit garbage for you to buy for, Odyssey. That's what they are interested in.
I'm just saying that we could effectively build an economy. We don't have to have like the Eve's economy right now today. I'm saying they could open up the doors to let us start making that economy today. And you could easily start that by letting us give each other credits. Because we could already do that now, but through a roundabout route with fleet carriers, and it's kind of dumb. Why not just open it up? Please, just open it up. Give us manufacturing eventually. Give us the ability to sell ships and modules and everything like that. And let us establish our own value, and that'll be the beginning of a new economy. And it wouldn't be that hard.
What a lovely thought.
It is a lovely thought, man. And I'm happy I had it, and I'm happy I get to talk about it.
What a lovely thought.
Here we go.
The realist in me basically is going to say, good luck with that, especially considering the developers, fronted developments, that is, haven't even lifted the fucking finger to fix the goddamn squadrons, which actually break the game. So what are the fucking chances we are going to get anything, remotely usable? Yeah, good, yeah. Well, in any case, I mean, we can keep on dreaming, and that's why I say, what a lovely thought it is. So
I'm not saying we have to have Eve. I'm just saying, give us agency. Let us build our own world. Even if it is full of slavers and gankers. We can hire teams of people to go kill those people so we don't have to worry about it. Whatever.
What a lovely thought.
And then they could screw us over. They could betray us. They were actually the gankers all along and an alternate account. And we've been hosed. And now there's more people after us. Whatever. I want agency.
It's a nice thought. Pat. Oh, the patronization is just... Yep, all right. Well, on that lovely thought, indeed, I suppose we could end the wonderful Space Race news for this week. Hopefully, next week there will be another one rather than, like last time, had to take personal days off and then day off, and then next day pilot ain't got time. I ain't got time, so woo. And then yet another year fucking week goes without space race news. So I'm trying. You're trying. Everyone's trying. You know, as they say. What was it? Road
We're
to hell
here.
is
We're
paved.
full of news. Deal with it.
Road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Intentions,
On that wonderful note, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this particular broadcast and thing. Yes, and well, tune in next week, hopefully, as we'll have some more news and things. Today with me was the pilot. The pilot, yes. Ooh. And go check his stuff out. And yeah, subscribe to both of us. Follow on the Twitch to both of us. And maybe Twitters to both of us. We also have Patreons for both of us. What else we have? Probably Streamlabs as well. So basically all sorts of ways to support the content that we both make. In any case, that's about it for this evening.
Pessimism and ennui.
Hey?
You said, what do we both have? I said pessimism and ennui.
You ain't got nothing, son. So yeah.
Yeah, I know. Nothing in compared to you. I'm the voice of reason. Jesus.
Oh, well. I would say childlike wonderment, but okay.
Hey, that's a good thing, man.
Ah, there you go. In any case, all right, JL, big thanks for the donation there during the stream. Really appreciate it. And done this, my boy Amos. He's actually the most interesting character in a partial way, but something's missing for the full character, in my opinion. But anyways, still the one that I kind of care the most. Anyways, that's about it for this evening. I suppose. So take care of yourselves, stay safe, and don't stick your dick in a ventilator, I guess. That's a good
Bye,
message,
everyone.
right?
Happy Sunday. Yeah, that's a thing.